What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Fraud on the Telly. Today we're breaking down Critical Role Campaign 3 Episode 20, with a party engaged in their heist mission into the Twilight Mirror Museum. As always, if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out last week's Critical Role breakdown, where we went over my speculation into Imogen's backstory and the Red Moon Ruidus. Okay, let's crack on. The episode begins as Yvonne Hydroga has just shouted go. The heist competition has begun. The verdict, the group opposing Bell's Hells, splits off, scattering around the building. The party look for a way to enter the establishment, Ashton and Chetney checking out the back of the building, where they find a rope hanging from the second story. Two members of the verdict, a Qatari, cat person, and a goblin, are climbing it. When Ashton begins shaking the tree the rope is tied to, causing the goblin to go tumbling to the ground. Ashton manages to shrug off a charmed person as Chetney turns invisible, scurrying up the rope, the goblin unknowingly clambering behind him. They get to the top, the verdict members cutting the rope, and the glass on the second story window entering the building. Chetney, still invisible, follows behind them. Ashton joined the others, breaking the glass on the bottom floor window, enough for Orem and Laudna to enter the building. The others eventually entering as well after Fern casts heat metal on the bars. Laudna uses her immovable rod to block the door that the verdict are trying to enter through, while FCG uses locate object to find the earrings that are somewhere below them. Chetney is on the second floor and enters a room made to resemble a lush forest. The goblin and the Qatari do a quick once-over, finding a button revealing a mirror overhead of the bed. Steamy. Chetney, still invisible, slips out of the room following the two members of the verdict, setting a tripwire behind them. Imogen searches the foyer, passing by two statues, triggering a lightning trap, taking a little bit of damage. Ashton checks behind the paintings in the room, eventually finding a secret door leading downwards. While checking out the kitchen, Orem triggers a trap, getting hit by some magical flying daggers. Chetney gets hit by one of the lightning bolts from the statue earlier, but eventually regroups with the rest of the party in the foyer, and they descend down the secret passage into the next chamber. As FGG tries to saw his way through the bars holding the door shut between the suits of armor, a mist of webbing shoots out, trapping all of the party members but Chetney, who is unable to cut Orem loose, but slaps Ashton, putting him into a rage, allowing him to tear the webbing apart. Eventually, the entire party is free, but valuable time has been lost. They make their way into the next chamber as Ashton busts the door down. Here they see some strange artifact, the broken frame of a Luxon Beacon, alongside a set of Kryn Dynasty armor.
A metallic structure, intricately carved but bent and darkened, almost like it was blown apart. And the bottom writing on the plaque says, destroyed relic of the Shorhassian dynasty, supposedly from before the calamity, now a shell of its former power. Oh, the stories it could tell.
Oh, I sense a theme. Is it a broken, busted up geometric shape?
It looks like it might have been, yeah.
Oh, shit.
But there's no, you didn't get any whiff from it, right?
A beacon.
I guess it was just the cage that the beacon is in.
Yeah.
A nice fun little Campaign 2 callback. Also, damn, Yvonne must really get around, huh, if he got all the way up into Jorhas. As Orem is investigating the artifacts, the armored statues around the room shoot out a puff of gas, affecting everyone but Imogen and Chetney. All those hallucinating begin to think that the floor is collapsing, and they begin falling eternally. Chetney and Imogen watch as the rest of the party freak out, FCG turning and firing his grappling hook into Imogen, thinking she's a wall.
You both watch as the rest of your group just standing there begins screaming. Just screaming to nothing, and their arms are out this, and they're just screaming and flailing in the space, and Fresh Cut Grass wheels around and fires the grappling hook towards you, Imogen.
Oh, God.
So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
9.
9. Go ahead and roll damage on the grappling hook.
It's a D10 for damage. It's this, right?
Mm-hmm.
2.
Take 2 points of piercing damage. Ow! Your grappling hook finds purchase in the wall. Do you try and pull yourself to the wall?
Right in her ass.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay, you pull yourself to the wall. You find yourself now, Imogen, pulled over to fresh cut grass, like speared by the harpoon.
Imogen uses calm emotions to calm Laudna, Orem, and Ashton, telling them this is an illusion. The group managed to all get broken out of the effect, but not after a little inter-party bloodshed. The party push on to a different room as the remaining members of the verdict spot them. They quickly toss an ever-smoking bottle into the room behind them as Laudna jams her removable rod under the door handle. Inside the room, they find a strange wooden mask and 5 marionettes hanging from the ceiling. Fresh cut grass detects magic, revealing all of these things to be magical. As Fern is investigating, the marionettes drop from the ceiling. Matt gets the party with another jump scare 2 weeks running now as the puppets attack the party.
Reading the plaque. As you're reading the plaque, the marionettes drop from the ceiling.
Are they made of wood?
They just kind of like fall and crumple.
I pull out sashimi. And I say,
Which one's sashimi?
It's the new one.
my puppet.
Okay.
And I show him to him and I say, see? She's on our side, so we're on yours.
The crumpled, unmoving marionettes just all of a sudden shoot up. The top of them being pulled aloft by an unseen force. And they kind of
No.
Don't like it.
Can we just go to
go forward. Roll initiative.
That's terrifying.
No! Get out of here with that.
Oh my god. Don't you run at me.
Wait, we're doing it.
Fern casts Entangle, restraining them, but they let out a maniacal laugh, forcing FGG, Chetney, Imogen, Ashton, and Laudna to laugh uncontrollably. Eventually, with only Orem and Fern free of the laughter, the two manage to destroy the marionettes, saving their friends from death by giggles. After the combat, the party descend another set of stairs, coming upon an artifact on a strange pedestal. The artifact is said to be the alleged journal of Vespin Chloras, an archmaid who long ago freed the betrayer gods, leading to the calamity. As Chetney moves towards another door, he triggers a pit hole, dropping him down a slide into a dark room. Chetney attempts to climb out of the hole, driving a python into the wall. It's then he realizes he's slowly sinking as the floor is trying to devour him. He goes wolf mode, pulling himself free from the acidic goo gelatinous-like cube creature that is trying to swallow him. The rest of the party managed to put a human chain together, lowering Orem down, who grabs Wolf Chetney, and they barely manage to pull them all up. However, because Chetney has suffered considerable damage in his wolf form from the ooze, he begins to lose control, and lashes out, striking Orem. Imogen casts Command on Chetney, forcing him to stop, as fresh cut grass heals him, so he will no longer be affected by his werewolf bloodlust. They enter the next room. Chetney notices 2 tiles on the floor that are different and tells the group to avoid them in case they're trapped. The glass case inside the room contains the earrings they're looking for, but they are struggling to break the glass through both physical and magical means. As they're trying to do so, 2 humanoid constructs of clay emerge, their eyes burning red. I wonder if these are some sort of golems or earth elementals, or something along those lines. Our episode ends as combat is about to break out with these 2 unknown entities. What a fun little episode. As always, I love a good heist mission in D&D. I also love the callback to Campaign 2, and just all the artifacts Matt placed throughout the museum. It's obvious he chose them specifically for a reason, so I really hope the party go back and we get to see what else is in this museum. I'm also genuinely surprised the party didn't interact with the verdict more, or there wasn't even like straight up combat. There was a little bit with some spells being thrown back and forth and some tomfoolery, but I'm curious to see if there's actually going to be some kind of a standoff. Probably not, because this is a heist mission after all, but you never know. As always, if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Click a video on screen now, like our video going over Laudna's backstory, and I'll see you all in the next one. Stay safe out there. Peace, love, adieu.